These are my 3 driver swing savers. And there's no coincidence, when I was trying to turn pro, having these 3 to go back to made me drop, I would say, 5-6 shots in one season very, very quickly. Now, you'll have seen in the thumbnail that one about addressing about 5-6 inches back and addressing out the toe, and basically never addressing out the middle. That's one of the drills. Other one we're going to go to is hitting with your left shoulder back to target, like this at impact, so feeling like this. And the final one is getting the ball more towards the middle. Now, I've got a whiteboard here today. Save this video, screenshot this at the end, and you can make a note of what the 3 driver swing savers are. I use them when I'm in that situation, you know, when you're out on the golf course. Let's take this hole here, right? And it's intimidating, trees everywhere, and your driver swing could just suddenly feel like it is gone, right? It can do that. This is what I'd go to. Now, as I'm going through these, you might think, oh, this one's not for me, this one's more for me. Like, have a look at all these drills and yourself decide which is the best one. Like, you're different to me, I'm different to you, but I'm just telling you which are my 3 go-tos. Number 1 on that list, back of lead shoulder. Just testing my spelling. We'll just put this to target, if we can spell, to target, number 1. I always get very conscious of my spelling when I'm doing that. So let me explain what back of the left shoulder to target means. And this is a sensation, on the golf course, I reiterate this, to stop me coming over the top. So if we just sort of section our shoulder off here and say, this is the middle of my shoulder, this is the front side, this is the back side, okay? What I'm really trying to gain is that idea and that feeling that I'm hitting with the back of that lead shoulder, so left for a right-handed player, pointing to target, right? Whereas, like, if you were to be massively over the top, the front side of the shoulder, when you come to impact, would be more sort of working its way to target earlier, okay? So really, a nice, simple sensation is to get that, and this is how I can take it into my game, and how, when I got to a hole like this, and think, right, if you're an over-the-top swinger, where do we tend to lose the ball? Either a pull, which we can't do on this hole, or out of bounds right, which we can't do on this hole, big slice. So I'd go, okay, right, I don't feel right on this tee shot, I feel a bit nervous, 2 practice swings, keep this arm out in front of you, sort of pointing down towards where the golf ball would be, and you're trying to keep that shoulder pointing at target as best you can. This is really key and essential. 2 reasons. 1, we can hit more from the inside, and 2, we actually get the sensation of allowing the club to actually close. Like, if I just hold it up there for you, right? If I just make it go past me, naturally, what's it doing on the arc? It's starting to close. The toe is starting to rotate. So, simply, 2 practice swings. 1, 2, walk behind your ball, and then all I want you to say to yourself, and this is a clear, directed message. I've done a swing thought video before, and it's not about highlighting the problem, it's about the simple feeling for the fix, and that is, get that pointing to target as I'm striking the golf ball, which is like, even bring the right foot back ridiculously, just for one shot, just to get that, like this. Now watch this. I know that looks exaggerated, it looks absolutely silly. Bring that right foot back, it stops that over rotation. Yeah, I feel, you know what, it's a little bit effortless is the word I would use. I'm having to put less into it, because I'm just letting the club swing on the arc and rotate, rather than having to manipulate it. Right, watch this ball flight. This is what I feel and how I get that shot to come right to left. Look at that. That started out those bunkers, it's drawing back, finishing, well, it's finishing right side of the fairway, but the main key word I'm using there, it's finishing on the fairway. We'll just say this though, just be careful with your aim there. I made a little bit of a fatal error. I actually aimed at those bunkers. Just to remind you, let's aim down the middle, then pull it back. It's not like keep going like this too much, okay? Just be very conscious of your aim. Just a little added note there. Okay, number 2 on our list. I love that one, you know. That's one I have still today, I think. Like, it's probably why I put it towards the top, to be fair. Number 2, okay? address, this is so important, telling my spelling now, testing it, out toe, and 6 inches back. Now this is for you golfers who struggle to hit on the up. Okay, let's actually put this in, this is good. This is over the top, we'll just put OTT, just so you, when you screenshot this at the end, you know what that was trying to fix. And what I will do is, I'll get Ems to rewrite this, because her handwriting is way better than mine. I appreciate mine's terrible. So this is gonna really concentrate on hitting up, and I'll put here, fix heel, okay? Because if you hit out the heel, you're losing a lot of power. You're putting loads into it and not getting a lot out of it. Let me explain this. Let's explain this, right? Let's explain this. Now, we'll go and break this down. Let's do heel strikes. So you've got to think, when this golf club is being swung around our body, okay, it's being swung around our body, the mass wants to work its way out. Think of a water skier on the back of a boat. As it goes to its fastest point, it wants to work its furthest away. So what tends to happen, if you address out the middle, because of, again, this is a really big word and not words that I use on this channel, centrifugal force, the mass is wanting to push away from you, taking the strike from the middle to the heel. Because if you're hitting out the heel, for a right-hander, you're going to create a lot of left to right spin. Even if you've got a square face at impact, it will work with that slice curvature. And this tends to be a lower ball speed area. So not only do you get more curve, but you're actually going to get a way less distance. So first point, let's address it out the toe, because then we understand that as we're swinging, the club is wanting to push away from us. Even if we're on plane, the club wants to work out because of that centrifugal force. Think of the jet ski. Think of the water skier on the back of a boat. So first thing, you're going to address out the toe. The next thing, I always think about this. If I address this ball, and this is why if I'm wanting to hit a really long drive, this is what I do, right? We want to hit up on the ball. Now, if I want to hit up, the bottom of my arc has to be behind the ball. If it is ahead of the ball, I'm more likely to hit down. So if we go to the face on here, I'm just going to sort of show you that there. If we hit on the up, look how the bottom of the arc, where it would sort of not brush the ground, but start to then work up, wants to be before the ball. If I'm hitting down, that club's still high prior to the ball and low after. So the bottom of the arc would be after the ball. So to help me a focus point for middle, I'm out the toe, and then I'm addressing that sort of 5 to 6 inches back. Look at that. Even actually, to be fair, that ball there is a brilliant reference point from your point of view. And if I show you that from player cam, that is how I'm addressing it. That there is exactly how I'm addressing it, to try and hit out the middle more often, faster, less curve to the right, and I'm trying to really get myself to be more focused on hitting up. That's your starting point. That's where your bottom of the arc sort of come back to, and then you work up from there. So just simply, situation like this, walk in, address out the middle, move the club out the toe, work 5 to 6 inches back, smooth it away. Wowzers, look how high that just launched. Oh my God, that was so good. And so out the middle. That one felt, you know, you don't feel the ball in the face? That's exactly what that felt like. Number 3 on our list, and you're gonna look at me like, Alex, what the heck are you on about? Hit balls, middle of your stance. I'll explain. So we'll put ball, middle. Now this really helps, and we'll put this here, club path drill. Oh, my writing needs to improve. So ball, middle, club path drill. Like so far, if you're looking at them, you're thinking, Alex, which one are you going to all the time? Well, it depends on how I'm feeling the day, if I'm honest with you, but it's my roster that I've got sort of in my back pocket. This won't be my back pocket because it's far too big, but the screenshot of this could be on my phone, it could be on a notes, could be in a black book, whatever. I've got it with me. Now, this is a good point to remind you, this channel is powered by you, the viewers. So if you do subscribe and you do turn on the bell, just down below in the comment section, just go, Alex, I need your help with X. I need your help with Y. I'm essentially here to be your coach to help you improve and drop 6 shots and get yourself to break 90, break 80, or even break 75. Could do it better than somebody else. We're all told to put the ball right on the front edge of our stance. Now, that's great because that is technically the best way to hit up. But if you've got severe club path issues, it could be a real detriment to your game. So let me explain. If I put that ball in the middle of my stance now, and I just keep the same distance from the butt end of the club to my sternum, and I rotate, look how the club now, if I place a ball where that club is, slightly arcs in, doesn't it? Okay. Then if I repeat that process on the front side, you can see again how that slightly arcs in. So the golf swing is an arc around the body. Now, the further forward I place the ball, the more it wants to drag my shoulders left. You could combat that with this, but the more your club wants to travel out to in relative to target at impact, okay? The further forward it is. The further back that ball is, the more that club easier can travel in to out. Yes, it might be a little detriment hitting on the up, but we go from swinging massively out to in towards this golf ball to being a ball more towards the middle, getting it more on this arc. That's going to help us be less slicey. That's going to help us be a little straighter. So, again, a hole like this, trust yourself, place that ball in the middle of the stance, understand that if you put the ball back here, you'd be so into out, okay? Because if you were out to in, you'd miss the ball. If you were here, you'd have to hit the ball so out to in, right? So out to in. So a ball in the middle of your stance is going to help you collect the ball a little bit easier and be less biased to one or the other. But really what I found with a lot of my students and what I found myself was, if I hit the ball with a ball position in the middle, then I'm less likely to swing over the top. Look at that. Straight as a die. Now, you'll have noticed I really tried to feel the club release. With the ball position there, I can. Not that way. And then once you've hit a few in the middle, you can start to edge it a little bit closer towards your lead foot. But being honest with you, if you want to draw the golf ball on every single shot, this is what I'd do. Just a quick one, right? On ball position. I would have it a club head inside. So the drill is hit some balls in the middle to start with and then edge it forward to a club head inside your lead heel. That's my advice on that one. Thanks so much for watching. They're my favourite 3. Let's get the whiteboard up right here so you can take that screenshot. That's neat handwriting, that. There we go. I'll hold this to the screen now. Screenshot this, save this video. These are my 3 driver swing savers for out on the golf course. Back of the lead shoulder, helps over the top swing. 2, address out the toe and 6 inches back, hitting up and trying to find it out the middle. You're fixing heel contact. And ball in the middle drill, moving it, I'll add to that, to inside lead heel. We didn't write that down, but you can remember that bit. And club path, that's really going to help you not be as out to in, more into out. Thank you so much for watching.